I'll tell you, Mexican food is the bomb, man, but you gotta be careful, man, because some of that shit is bad for you, all right? I know you guys are used to the Chipotle and the Taco Bell, but if you go to a real Mexican restaurant, you might eat some horrible shit, all right? We eat some gross stuff, man. Like, you guys know what menudo is? It's the stomach of a cow. You know how hungry you gotta be like, empty that stomach out, chop it up, and make something out of that shit. Squeeze all that shit out of that stomach and make some soup out of that. You know how fucking hungry you gotta be to eat that shit? Like one of my best friends, he's black, right? His name is Tremaine. I grew up on the south side, back of the yard, it's kind of bordered with Inglewood. So I had a lot of black friends, right? And a long time ago, my best friend Tremaine, he loves my mom's cooking, but he wanted me to take him to a Mexican restaurant, right? So he comes up to me, he's like, hey, Joey, take me to a real Mexican restaurant. I want to feel like I'm in Mexico. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah, for real, man. I'm like, all right. So I took him to a spot where they serve goat meat. It's called birria, right? And it just like, I mean, this is like authentic shit. Like when you walk in, you can hear the goats in the back crying and shit. I mean, you can hear the goats like, free me, free me. So we walk in, right, and everything on the menu's in Spanish, right? So I was like, you know, I'm gonna fuck with him. I'm gonna make him eat something gross, right? And everything on the menu's good, but there's a couple items on there that are fucking horrible, right? Like this is what's really on the menu. It's taco de birria, which is just the meat, just the regular meat that they get off the ribs or whatever. And then it's taco de cachete, which is the cheek meat. Taco de sesos, the brain. Taco de lengua, the tongue. And no bullshit, the last one was taco de ojo, fucking eyeball taco. All right? I'm Mexican as shit, but I'm not eating eyeballs, all right? So we get in line, right? And eyeball in Spanish is spelled O-J-O, ojo, all right? So he's like, what should I get, Joey? I'm like, man, you gotta try the Ojo, Trey. You fucking have to try the Ojo. He's like, for real? I'm like, everybody here's eating Ojo, that's their specialty. I'm trying not to laugh, right? So he's like, fuck it, let me get 3 Ojo tacos. Put some mild sauce on that shit, right? So I'm trying not to laugh right now. We smoked the blunt on the way there, so I know he's gonna eat them. And so we sit down, right? He takes a bite out of the first taco, and he ate it. He ate the whole thing. I'm like, oh shit, he ate the whole thing, right? But the second taco, he took a bite and threw it back onto the table. I'm like, yo, Trey, you cool, man? He's like, I don't like the way that taco's staring at me, man. So I had to tell him, I'm like, yo, you just ate an eyeball, Trey. I'm cracking up and shit. That was the last time I seen Tremaine, 1998. That was the last time I ever seen him. I tried to add him on Facebook. He blocked me. He's like, fuck you and your eyeballs. Like, I thought we was boys, Trey. Come on, man.